Well, folks, I'm a little bit late here. I was readjusting my tripod, trying to get it level, which it looks like I'm still a little crooked. But anyway, I want to welcome you to the game of the week. And this week we have got the Oak Park Northmen, who just received a kick. They won the toss. They'll be going from our right to left here, or that would be south to north. And the Northmen come in with a 4-2 record, playing District 8. Looks like a screen pass, and it's going to be completed. And looks like it's going to be, a short gain. I've got to start remembering to watch the screen on the camera rather than watch the game so that you all can see what I'm seeing. But I believe that was a screen pass to the tight end, and I missed the number, so I'm already behind. Apologize for that. You can probably hear the stadium announcer. It is very loud here. So if I miss it, well, hopefully you can get it. Looks like they've got receivers split out both sides. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Nice run. And he's going to break that, baby. And it's going to be a touchdown here. That's going to be the senior running back. And that's Najim Al-Hakim. He's a senior, 185. Man, he broke through and got into that secondary. And once he did, it was gone. As you can hear, I am right beside the band. So it's going to be interesting. I'll try to talk up a little bit. Hopefully you can hear me all right. But here with just a couple of clicks off the clock, and Oak Park with the score. There's the extra point. And it is good. With 10:59, Oak Park already with the lead. Second play from scrimmage, and that had to have been about close to a 70 or 75 yard run there for Hakeem. You see if I'm pronouncing that right? Najim, 5'10", 185 senior. We'll have the kickoff here, I think, pretty quick, so we'll just stay with it right now. Oak Park comes into the game 4-2, like I say, in District 8. St. Joe Central having a tough year this year, 0-9. So they're looking for the first win, and of course they're not off to a real great start here. Might say on that run, man, the Oak Park line just busted open a big hole in that line, and Najib ran through there with no trouble whatsoever. And here's your kickoff. Like I say, 10:59 to play. Running back coming out this side, trying to get around the corner. And man, that's a massive hit there. I think that was Will Small with the return. I'll look that up here as soon as I can get the camera. Man, what a hit. I mean, that was brutal. I don't know who that was.
Brought down by number 18. First and 10 for the Indians from your own 34-yard line.
If that was correct, he said number 18. That's Marlon Grant, the freshman, if I heard that correct. Looks like Central in an I-back formation there. He's going to drop back to pass and fires it out quick to the other side. And that will be a pickup of about 5 yards.
Pass complete to Austin White.
Austin White, the receiver, number 19 there on the far side.
Brought down by Logan Willman.
Now it's going to be
second down and 3.
going to be 2nd and 3. You're going to hear me repeating him a lot, but it sure saves me a lot of work of looking at these lineup sheets. I formation again. Receiver split out wide to this side and one to the other side. Handoff. gets to the line, and he's going to get met there as the offensive line from Central was just stood up by the defensive line from Oak Park. He run into the back of one of his own linemen and then tried to turn it out, but couldn't do it. Warren on the tackle.
It's 3rd down and 4, ball on the 40-yard line.
3rd down and 4 with the ball, nose of the ball right there on the 40-yard line. Once again, receiver out wide to this side. They got a guy in the slot. Kind of a T formation and man a tackle in the backfield. Hand off, and boy, he is met really quick. Looks like number 28.
Matt Cadell on the run.
Matt Cadell with the run.
Loose on the tackle. It's 4th down. Indians in front formation.
And going to be 3 and out.
Del Corbin deep for Oak Park.
Oak Park player standing on about the 30-yard line to receive this punt. Snap, and man, it's almost blocked. He's going to pick it up there, but he is going to be tackled right there, almost right at the 30, I'd say. And yeah, they're going to spot the ball right on the 30-yard.
Brought down by Dawson Jones.
Corbin with the reception on the punt, but met right there and dropped.
30-yard line.
Pretty crisp evening there tonight. Hope we don't have too many delays in the game. We can get it played and go home because it is pretty cool out here.
How about that Oak Park drum line?
Not a big crowd. Of course, I probably have the most amount of spectators sitting right beside me here with the band. So there may be some periods during the game where you won't be able to hear me real well. There was a flag on the play, and it's against Oak Park, I think. I did not see the call. I'm sorry, I missed that.
Penalty is running into the kicker. It's a 5-yard penalty. Oak Park will start.
Oh, it was
5-yard line.
penalty was for running into the kicker, so it's a 5-yard penalty. They just go back 5 yards. Quarterback for Oak Park should be Blake Bland. He's a senior. Another handoff in the line, and he's going to get through the secondary and almost up to the 35. Probably going to be a gain of 7, I'm going to say. So it'll be 2nd down and 3.
Adam Johnson on the tackle. Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2.
So 2nd down and 2 must have been more than a 7-yard gain, maybe 8. And another hole, man, I'm telling you, Oak Park is running through the line untouched. And even into the secondary, even the linebackers seem to be just a little slow reacting. Either these backs are awfully fast or they're really concealing what they're doing. See, that ball was on about the 38, so that was about a 10-yard gain on that. And, of course, a 1st down. 7:40 here to play in the first quarter. Everybody in fairly tight for Oak Park. Bland will take the snap. Another handoff, and he's going to be met at the line and slowed down, just about tackled there, but the tackler couldn't hold on. But there was a linebacker there right behind him to back up that play.
On the tackle. Gain of 2 on the play. It's 2nd down and 8.
If Oak Park keeps running like this, the game will go pretty quick as the clock will continue to run, of course, we're on a pass play if it's not completed while the clock stops. And another handoff, but we've got a flag thrown here on this side. I would say that's probably on Oak Park. Either some movement in the line or something. See what the ref says here. And I don't know what that signal is.
Calls a legal shift against Oak
Park. Legal shift, okay.
Penalty has been declined.
St. Joe Central declines the penalty and takes the down, so now it will be 3rd and 8 for Oak Park. We'll see whether or not they decide to throw a pass. Here with 8 yards to go. The way they've been running the ball, I'm not sure it would be necessary because, man, they have busted 3 or 4 plays pretty easily through that St. Joe Central defensive line. Bland's rolling out to this side, throws a pass, but it's incomplete. It was intended for number 41, Lucas Odker.
Covered by number 5.
He's a sophomore, 6 foot 190.
Fourth down and 7.
So now it's going to be a punting down for Oak Park, I would say, with 4th down and 7. Surely they will not try to go for it. However, the quarterback is still in there, unless he is the kicker also. Could be a quick kick, we'll see. No, he's going to roll out again. Almost looks like they're going to try the same play, but he's going to try and run it. But he is going to be tackled at the 52. 48, I'm sorry. So St. Joe Central. So St. Joe Central will take possession here.
It's a 50-50 raffle. Tickets are only $1 a piece or $10 for an Arms fan.
6:06 to play in the first quarter.
Family and buy some tickets. The winning ticket will be drawn during halftime.
St. Joe Central now with the ball on their own 47-yard line, I'd say. Looks like the nose of the football is right on the 47. It's really good to see with St. Joe Central coming in here with an 0-9 record. But so far, I see no signs of any letdown or anything like that. Still playing pretty hard. And we've got a flag. The clock must have run out. So it called delay of game on Central. Receiver out wide over there to the far side. Fakes a handoff. Quarterback's got it with a keeper. Going to get back up to the line of scrimmage and maybe gain 2. Quentin Crowder, the quarterback, there with a gain of 2. If that wind would die down just a little bit, looks like it's blowing from north or northwest, which right up here against the press box is not too bad because you do get a little break from it, I think. Quarterback back to pass. And he had a receiver open there just, for a second. But small the intended receiver, and the defensive play, Logan Welmick with a nicely timed, I don't know if I want to say tackle or not, but he hit him just as soon as the ball arrived, so that very nice play. Stop the reception. And we've got another flag. And now what's that? It's against St. Joe Central.
Calls a legal substitute.
Illegal substitution against Central. Okay, don't think I've seen that one called very often. 3 men out wide to the left. One back in the backfield beside the quarterback. He's going to roll back looking for somebody to throw to, and he does, and it's going to be intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. That was caught on about the 50. And he's going to run it back to about the 30. So a 20-yard interception and return for Oak Park. Just when it kind of looked like St. Joe Central might be getting just a little steam going, why Oak Park defensive men stepped in front of that. And a handoff into the line, and man, there was a pile up there already, as it looked like Oak Park linemen had been stood up.
No gain on the play. It's 2nd down and 10.
Hakeem was the carrier on that. Looks like it's no gain. Ball's still right about where the yard marker is over there to begin the first down. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Handoff this time out around in. And he's going to break a couple of tackles.
By number 2, Logan Wellman.
Logan Wellman with the carry, and it looks like he's going to get about 15 yards on that play. Showing some good speed around the end with a good seal-off block on this side, allowing him to make the turn there and cut up field. Everybody in fairly tight. The handoff looks like it's intended to go around the end out there, but he tries to cut it back in, and he will.
Brought down by John Gonzalez.
Al-Hakim with the carry again, and I'm thinking he got about 5 yards. We'll see where they spot it.
2nd down and 5.
The ball now on the, I'd say 13-yard line. They've got 14 up there. I'd say 13-yard line, 2nd and 5 to go. 3:24 here in the first quarter. Like I say, ball on the 13, 2nd and 5. And another handoff. And he's going to get it down to about the 2 or 3.
Ball carried by Keandre Braxton, brought down by number 5.
Braxton on the carry that time. Nice run. He had to turn it outside and then finally made that cut.
On the 3-yard line.
That cut up field. So it's going to be 1st and goal to go here now with the ball on the 3-yard line. Oak Park sends one receiver out wide to the right, man in the slot, 2 backs in the backfield with Bland. And he's going to run it in easily. Blake Bland with the touchdown. Blake Bland with a 3-yard run, and that'll make it 13-0. Kicks up, pretty low kick, but it's good. 14-0. 2:27 to play. It's going to be the Oak Park Northmen 14, St. Joe Central Indians zip. We'll be back with the kickoff here in just a minute, as much as I'm sure you enjoy the music. Here's the kick. Going to pick it up on about the 8-yard line. Trying to get to the outside, turns it back in, and will be tackled on about the 37 or 38.
Austin White on the return.
Austin White on the return.
Tackled by kicker Dickens Francois.
Kicker Binkin Squitsqua. Well, I really messed that up, didn't I? Anyway, kicker goes down and makes the tackle on that.
Central will start from their own 59-yard line.
A lot of those guys are they are soccer players.
Stop by Northern Lights Pizza after the game. Northern Lights Pizza, good pizza.
Okay, St. Joe Central had just kind of gotten a little bit going there last time. Let's see if they can wind it up here again. Quick pass out in the flat. Fast little guy runs it to the other side, and he will get 5 yards. Austin White with that reception at catch and run.
Pushed out of bounds by Kayvon Jackson.
Jackson with the tackle. Well, he pushed him out of bounds. He didn't actually tackle him.
It's second down and 3.
Second down and 3. Looked like a gain of 8 there on the 47-yard line. Receivers out wide on both sides, and they're going to hand it off right up the middle. Seems to be a constant play that most high schools want to run these days, is split out the defense as far as you can get them out and put her up into the line there and see what happens.
Brought down by Big Bubba Winifore.
Defense is kind of really spread out and kind of thin up the middle, so I guess that makes sense to try and do that. But now we're going to have, looks like, a 3rd and 1 to go for St. Joe Central here, with the clock running with 1:40 here in the first quarter. Man in motion. They're going to throw it out here on this side to White again, I believe it is, but he's not going to get that first down, as he had met there quite a ways behind.
Austin White, the ball carrier.
I'd say behind the line of scrimmage, and stopped.
Brought down by Nick Hoops. Loss on the play. It's 4th down and 3.
Well, they're going to call a loss of probably about a yard. That'll make it 4th and 3. And looks like Central may be going for it. And we're going to have a timeout. I think a coach from St. Joe Central wants to talk this over before we make this crucial play here at the 50-yard line. We'll be back here in just a minute after timeout. Once again, 14-0 Oak Park. 46 seconds left, first quarter. Play's ready to resume. Bland pretty deep here. Or I'm sorry. And the runner from St. Joe met in the backfield again. That's going to be
Johnston brought down by number 55.
A loss of 2 or 3 yards there. Quiniflor with tackle on net in the back there as he penetrated the line and got in the backfield there for the stop.
From the 45-yard line.
So Oak Park takes over on downs as they get the ball now on the Central 45-yard line. Still got 40 seconds here in the first quarter. Once again, Bland, the quarterback, handoff, little stutter step. And then he heads it on upfield. And we'll get a gain of about 5.
Keandre Braxton, the ball carrier.
Braxton, the ball carrier on that.
Adam Johnston on the tackle.
Johnson with the tackle
Gain
for Central.
6 on the play. It's 2nd down and 4.
Bland keeps the ball, is going to pitch it out, and they're going to get the first down out there. Have to see who. That's going to end the first quarter.
Logan Wellman, the ball carrier, pushed out of bounds by Will Small.
Logan Wellman is the ball carrier. We do have a flag. And it's on Oak Park, so we'll play that over.
And that's the end of the first quarter of play with the score. Oak Park 14 and Central nothing.
That's going to bring the ball back there and make it, well, 2nd and 10 it looks like. We'll be back here. It's as soon as they change ends of the field with the second quarter. Okay, we're ready to snap the ball, and we got a whistle again. And we've got a, I don't know if that was a illegal motion or. So now it's going to be 2nd and about 14, I'd say. 2 receivers out wide. Now Bland starts to come out this way. No pitch this time. He will get back up to the line, original line of scrimmage there where the yard marker is for the first down.
And that would be the end of the first quarter of play.
Well,
the score, Oak Park 14 and Central 0.
Evidently the quarter did not end on a penalty, or could not end. So they had one more free play, you might say. We'll be back as soon as they change ends. Here we go with play now after we do get the second quarter finally started. Handoff to Ogle, and he's going to score again. That is about a 45-yard run that time. I think the other one was about 70. Kicks up, boy, a low one again. I mean, that was only about 8 foot above the crossbar, but it is good. That's going to make it 21-0 Oak Park here with just still 11:50 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back with the kickoff. Okay, here's the kick, and it's going to be a squid. And they're still going to let it go. And it's picked up on about the 20-yard line. Nice run. That's about a 21 or 22-yard run there on the return by White. St. Joe with 3 men split out wide here to the left. Still got one back in the backfield with the quarterback. And they're going to hand it off. He turns it up. And he's going to get a couple of, I'm going to say 3 yards, maybe 2.5.
Ball carried by number 13, Austin White.
White again with the carry. He was the one that had the kickoff return there.
Gain of 2 on the play. It's 2nd down and 8.
Going to be 2nd down and 8 with the ball on the 45. Men split out wide to each side. Man in the slot, one guy in the backfield, fakes the handoff, pitches it right over almost the middle, and it's going to be a reception there for number 7.
Killian Katad. That's good for an Indian first.
Killian Katad. Looks like this quarterback for St. Joe can throw the rock pretty good.
1st and 10 for the Indians Oak Park's 45-yard line.
That's Will Small as the quarterback. Check that. It's not Small. He's a receiver. Number 8. I'm sorry. That's Quentin Trotter. He's a senior. 5'9", 155.
Against the Indians.
And looks like the Indians took too long again, so it's going to be a delay of game. So now they're going to have a 1st and 15. Two receivers out here to the left. Got a back right there beside him in the backfield. And he's going to be caught there behind the line of scrimmage and going to lose probably another 5 yards. I think he was wanting to pass, but everybody was covered, and Oak Park had some guys right there in the backfield, so he didn't have much time to contemplate what he wanted to do. 9:50 to play here in the second quarter. Like I say, 2nd and about 20. And they're going to hand it off. They're going to try to turn it up, but not going to go very far. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it. Oak Park with some really good lateral pursuit on that play in particular, but looks like they are pretty quick in the linebacker core. And of course they're winning the battle there on the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 20.
So we're about in the same spot. It's going to be 3rd and 20 now. Split out wide to the right. Quarterback's dropping back, and man, he's going to, oh, I'm sorry, there was a pass there, but it was over the head.
Pass intended for James Foster.
For Foster, but it was 10 yards over his head. So it's going to be 4th down and 20, so I'm pretty sure Central looks like they're bringing their punting team onto the field.
Bill Corbin back deep for Oak Park. Indians in punt formation.
Corbin deep. He stands on his own 25. The kicker's on his 30. There's the kick. And they let it bounce. And Central will get a pretty good roll out of it. It hit on about the 25, about where he was standing. And they get about a 6-yard roll out of it.
Oak Park will start from their own 19-yard line. Hey folks, we have a halftime extravaganza you will not want to miss. Oak Park Puppies and the Marching Northmen will be on the field.
Handoff again. I'm going to turn it out here to the outside, and he'll be out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. It looks like he's going to pick up about 9 yards on that, it looks like.
Push out of bounds by Renner's Rub.
So it's going to be 2nd and 1.
2nd down and 1.
Oak Park with men out to the left side there. One in the backfield. Handoff, and he is going to be met behind the line and I think stopped right there. Clock continues to run. We're down to under 8 minutes here now in the second quarter. $21-0 here. Oak Park with the lead. Handoff, met at the line and brought down. No gain on that play.
Adam Johnson on the 10.
Receivers in fairly tight. One split out, but not very far. Handoff up the middle again. And Alakim will get the first down. I figure if he had a 75-yard run earlier and a 45 run a while ago, that's 120. So here in the first quarter, he's already over 100 yards. So we'll have to see what he finishes the game with. Looks like Alahim in the backfield again, and I don't think that was him, but the handoff anyway to the back.
Marlon Gant, the ball carrier.
Gant,
by John Gonzalez.
the ball carrier, and I think they lost a yard there. Of course, this is the first game of district play, so somebody's going home tonight and they can hang up their jerseys because they're done. Whoever loses this one is out for the year. Season will be over. Bland with the fake handoff, going to go around the far end, and he gets run out of bounds over there on about the 35.
Pushed out of bounds by number 37, Caleb Swerwick.
That's about a 28-yard run there by Bland.
First down, Oak Park.
As he goes out of bounds, it looks like they're going to spot it on the 37. But Bland with a nice run. I've got a little outside of football story about Bland. Of course, I don't know if any of you know or not, but I shoot dirt track racing videos during the summer. And Bland, who was in his first year this year up at I-35 Speedway, running in a B-mod. Had the opportunity, Bland back, and it's going to be intercepted by Central right at the 35-yard line. Quentin Crowder with the interception. I'm sorry. Yeah, with the interception there. So Central will take over on their own 35. So Central will put it in play here. I think that's a reception for both teams. Interception, I'm sorry, I'll get it out. Handoff, and he's going to be met in the backfield and stopped right there. Well, actually a loss, I'd say.
Adam Johnson brought down by number 55, Udo Winterfloor.
You hear. Got a young man standing right here. Hopefully they'll get a gain here and we'll get away from this. Receiver split out wide to the right, back to pass. Looking and caught behind in the back. In the backfield, it's going to be a quarterback sack. That's going to be number 36, they say. I can.
It's third down.
Nick Hoops. He's a junior. He's 5'8", 185, linebacker. Hey, good. They sat down. So it is still third and about 30. Yeah, don't look that far to me. 14. It's on the 30-yard line. I'm sorry. Quarterback back, rolling out to the right. Gets away from one tackler. Throw. And I think an Oak Park cornerback had the ball, but I'm thinking they are saying that he trapped it.
With the license plate TC1B8Y, your lights are on.
So it's going to be 4th and 14.
B8Y, your lights are on.
We've got 3:54 to play here in the first quarter. Oak Park player on about the 39-yard, the kicker on his own, looks like 11. There's the kick. It's short, and we'll go out of bounds on the other side at about the 48 or 49-yard line. So Oak Park will take over on their own 48. Make it 47, 47-yard line.
Oak Park will start from their own 47-yard line.
They had a player in motion, but we've got a flag.
There's laundry on the field. False start against Oak Park.
False start against Oak Park, so that'll be 5 yards. So it's going to be, looks like, first down and 15. 3:45 to play. Imagine these boys will be glad to go in halftime to kind of warm up a little bit, especially the ones standing on the sideline. Probably not so much the ones playing. Because when you're out there running, blocking, doing whatever, you build up some body heat. Run into the line, and he's going to get back about 3, possibly 4 yards on that run. But he stood up right there. Gant just stood up right there.
Brought down by several Indians.
Pretty small crowd on both sides. I can almost understand it from St. Joe, although that's only a 40-minute drive from here. I think it takes me pitch out here to this side. And he's going to be run out of bounds, number 41.
After the ball carrier, pushed out of bounds by Will Small.
Small on the tackle. That was number 41. Let me see who that is. Lucas Oetker.
It's third down and 7, ball on the 50.
He's a sophomore, 6 foot, 190. Clock stops on that play out of bounds. We're at 2:52 to play. Blake Bland going to take the snap. Handoff. And it looks like Ogleford or whatever. And he is going to make it all the way again.
Marlon Gant into the end zone.
Marlon Gant.
On the field.
But there's a flag back here. Must have had a holding call.
Paul's holding against Oak Park.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against Oak Park. As you can see, about 4 of the linemen here standing there with the linesman or somebody. I don't know who calls that, but it's called back. So now it'll be 3rd and 15 instead of a score. That's got to be a little disheartening for the boys, you might say. Usually the way them things work, it's somewhere on the other side of the field where it usually doesn't even have any effect upon the play. But it's the rules. 3rd and 15, will they pass? No, they're going to hand it off around the other end, and he's only going to get Wellman with the carry, but he's only going to get about 6-7 yards tops. So that's going to be 4th down, and Oak Park will probably kick here, is my guess. No, quarterback's staying out there. They act like they're going to go for it. So we'll see what we get here. Got receiver out here wide to the right. Bland says, check, double check. Here we go. Now they're trying to draw them off sides. They're going to kick. That's all that was. They were just trying to draw them off sides. We got a timeout here by Oak Park, leading 21-0 with 2:35 to play, with the ball on the 47-yard line. We'll be back. Central didn't have anybody back. Oak Park kicker is on about the 32, and the kick's away. Calls for a fair catch and does. And they will have, we've got a flag. There's a flag on the play. Small with the fair catch. I think the ball is right on the 20. Somebody must have hit him or something, is the only thing I can figure. Of course, the officials talk it over.
Calls holding against Central.
Oh, holding against Central. So that's going to cost them what? 10 yards? 5? Looks like it's going to be 10 yards against Central.
Central will start from their own 10-yard line.
So kind of a big penalty puts Central back on their own 10-yard line. They got receivers out wide on both sides. Timeout. I think it's going to be a timeout Central. They had too many players on the field, and rather than take a penalty, they just took the timeout. We'll be back after the timeout. Here we go. Central from their own 10-yard line. Receivers out wide both sides. Quarterback back. Makes a move, but he is going to be tackled. He might have gained
Quentin Trotter with the quarterback keeper.
A couple of yards.
Let's give a shout out to the Central cheerleaders over there.
Looks like they give him 1 yard there, so it's going to be 2nd and 9. There's a snap. Quarterback's dropping back, looking. Just about falls down, and he's got a receiver open here. And he's going to be caught from behind. I think that's White.
13, Austin White.
White on the reception.
Talk about Logan Wellman.
And Wellman on the tackle there, who caught him from behind. Got up kind of slow, like that might have hurt a little bit. And of course, on a cold night like this, it don't take much, and you might have a little pain.
1st and 10 for Central from the 50-yard line.
So that was about a 48-yard, 49-yard pass. No, 39. Going to pass again, and it's going to hit the ground. It's no good.
Pass intended for Austin White.
Quarterback has kind of an unusual delivery. It's almost sidearm when he throws that. .103 here in the first quarter, and we will be to halftime, and maybe some hot chocolate or something to warm these old bones up. We'll go see what they got. Once again, receivers split out wide both sides, man in the slot. Quarterback drops back, throw, and he's got wide open again, and I think it's going to be intercepted. I think that's the second interception.
Intercepted by number 33, Jeff Sutton.
Jeff Sutton with the interception for Oak Park, man. Nice catch. He went right up with White and just hung in there tough. Gets a lot of congratulations from players, coach.
A minute away from a halftime extravaganza. Your Pommies and the marching Northmen.
Okay, here we go. Oak Park with the ball on their own 19. Can they score one more here in a minute? Blake back, going to roll out to the left. Looks like he's going to run it now. Try to get out of bounds. Takes a pretty good hit out there, and I don't think he made it out of bounds. Well, the clock has stopped, I guess, because it's a first down.
Brought down by Graham Standner.
I guess it was because of the first down. Now the clock goes. Got the chains moved. And I think maybe we have a timeout. Yes, we do, for Oak Park. We'll be back for 37.1 seconds. Oak Park with a 21-zip lead. We'll be back. Okay, play resumes here now. Like I say, 37.1 seconds. Receivers out wide to the right. Bland back, and he's throwing a pass, but it's overthrown there by about 4 yards, I'd say. I don't know who the intended receiver is.
Pass intended for Xavier Williams.
Xavier Williams was the receiver that pass was intended for.
It's second down and 10.
I think that took about 6 seconds for that play. So now it's going to be 2nd and 10. Two men out wide here to the right. Got a back behind the quarterback there. Bland going to drop back, but he's going to get caught. No, he's still scrambling. But he's finally going to get tackled there. Sacked for a loss of about 5. He didn't even really have time to check and see whether anybody was open. And it looks like the game is going to end on that note.
At the half, Oak Park 21 and Central 0.
21-zip here at halftime. We'll be back after the half.
Ladies and gentlemen,
well, here we go with second half action, and Oak Park will kick. And it's away, kind of a low kick. And they're going to pitch it back the other way. And they kind of fooled Oak Park a little bit there. And it's going to be a pretty decent return. It's about as deep. Austin White with a nice return there as they fake it to one side. I thought, man, what is that guy doing running all the way across the field over here? But he pitched it to White going the other way. And that's about a 10, 20, or 30, 40. About a 55-yard return from where he caught the ball. So St. Joe Central off with a good start here. Let's see if they can keep it up. 2 men in the backfield. fakes a handoff, and by the time he starts to make a dive into the line, he is hit in the backfield and tackled. Once again, Oak Park with a 21-0 lead here as we start the third quarter. It'll be a loss on that play, so it'll be 2nd down and 11. Got receivers out wide on both sides. Quarterback standing in the pocket there. He's going to throw it to White, but it's a little bit short, actually.
Pass intended for Austin White. Al-Hakim on the coverage.
Al-Hakim on the coverage. Of course, we know how fast he is. I think he's got 2 touchdowns here tonight. Going to have to do something to outrun that boy. Surprised he didn't turn around and get that because, like I say, it was a pretty short pass. Receivers split out. Got a receiver in the slot over there. Quarterback with the back beside him. Dropping back again. Looking in a wide open receiver there. And
pass complete to James Foster. That's good for
he must have stepped out of bounds. Is the only thing I can figure, because he was blazing down that sideline over there. And St. Joe Central coming out here like a gun going off as they are down on the 25-yard line of Oak Park. Once again, receivers out wide both sides, receiver in the slot. And they're saying it looked like his arm had started forward. I'd like to have a replay on that one. But the pass is knocked down. So St. Joe will keep possession.
That was an incomplete pass.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Once again, the ball on about the 27 now. Dropping back again, going to roll out around the tacklers, and somebody, one of the Oak Park players, got into the kicker's net there. And we've got 2 flags on the play. St. Joe Central, no, it's going to be against Oak Park. Personal foul against St. Joe. Going to be offsetting penalties. Looks like personal foul on both of them. So now it's going to be 3rd and 10. St. Joe come out and got the ball down in deeper into Oak Park territory than it had it so far. Now that the drive has stalled out here on the 27. Quarterback looking to pass again. He floats it up in the air. Can he run under it? I think that might. Nope, he dropped it. I think that might be White over there on the far side. Went up.
Pass intended for Graham Stagner.
No, I'm sorry, Stagner.
Coverage by Logan Wellman.
Wellman on the coverage on that side, but boy, that receiver had gotten away, and he had a chance to catch that, but just couldn't do it. Quarterback just floated it up there, and Wellman run under it, but just couldn't make the reception. So we got 4th and 10 here now. Oak Park not exactly in a prevent defense, and we've got a timeout there called on St. Joe Central. We'll be back, folks, after the timeout. Here we go, 4th and 10 for St. Joe. It's Split out wide, man in the slot, fakes a handoff, looking back, rolling out this side, just about gets caught. Going to pass it toward the end zone, and I think that will be a TD.
Pass complete to Austin White.
Austin White this time with a reception, and it will be a touchdown for St. Joe Central. So they're trying to scrap their way back into this 21-6 here right now with 10:30 in the third quarter. Heaven knows we've got plenty of time. They keep playing like that. Why, they might come away with a win. We'll see. Extra point here. Snap. Kick. It looks like it is good, and it is. And with 10:30 to go, it's going to be Oak Park 21, St. Joe Central 7 with Austin White with the reception for that touchdown in the end zone. We'll be back here with the kickoff. Here's an unusual formation. Don't think I've ever seen that before. All the players from St. Joe Central all kind of in a circle. And they're going to get down there to make the tackle. Probably only a 10-yard return. He's only going to get it back to about the 30. That was unusual. Have to go back and check that out later on. But anyway, Oak Park are going to put it in play here on their own 30-yard line. Looks like the nose of the ball just about on the 30. Receivers out wide to the right, one split out here to the left. Bland in the backfield. And a handoff, quick handoff, and a hitter right up into the, looks like off tackle. He's going to be stopped and met there for about a 4-yard gain.
Brought down by number 37, Caleb Zernick.
Looked like a couple of the runs that they've had before, only he got tackled on that one. That was Alazim with that run. Got one receiver out here to the left in the slot, but not out very wide. Fake handoff. Bland's going to keep it. And he might get another two.
Brought down by number 37, Caleb Warnick.
$9:20 to play here in the third quarter. Oak Park with a 2-touchdown lead. They got the ball on their own 36.
It's
third and 4.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Everybody in fairly close this time. Quarterback rolling out, rolling out, rolling out. He's going to run it, and he will get the first down.
Blake Bland, the quarterback keeper.
First down plus about 3 or 4.
Brenner Grubb on the tackle, moving the chains. First down, Oak Park.
Nice run there by Bland, rolled out to the right. Looked like he wanted to pass, but then he tucked that thing away and took off. He must have seen something in the coverage there where he decided to go for the first down. It must have given him a lane. Receiver out wide, handoff right up into the line, gets through the line, secondary.
Rajiv Alakim, the ball carrier.
That's going to be 5-10, about 12 yards on that carry.
But not before he was able to achieve an Oak Park first down.
Yeah, about 12 yards on the carry there for Alakim. Well, if St. Joe Central is going to get back in this game, they've got to really make a stop here. Better to do it here at midfield. Looks like the tight end in motion. Bland is going to take off again. And Bland is going to run down to about the 21.
Pushed out of bounds by Trey Eagleston. There's a flag on the play. Calls holding against Oak Park.
And we've got gonna bring that nice run back, as that was about 10, almost 20-yard run there for Bland. And that's going to make it, looks like about 1st and 20 now. Big penalty must have been.
It's 1st down and 20.
A 10-yard penalty. Must have been holding, I would say.
Who wants chips?
Got one receiver out wide. Bland rolls this way. Throwing downfield, and I think it will be caught down there.
Pass complete to Logan Wellman.
Logan Wellman with the catch. Nice comeback. I guess he could see the quarterback was rolling out, so he started running back toward him. That's going to get back quite a bit of that. That's going to.
12 on the play. It's 2nd down and 8.
So that'll make it 2nd down and 8. Two men out to the right side. Handoff right up through the line again. They're kind of off tackle. And it's going to be Ajim Alakim. And he looks like he is going to be just short of the 1st down, about 1.5 yards short of the 1st down. So it's going to be about 3rd and 1.
Down and 1.5.
Receiver out wide to the right. Other than that, pretty tight. And the handoff to Bland is mishandled. I can certainly understand it. Can't imagine cold and slick that ball has got to be right now. Well, that puts them way back. Now it's going to be 4th and about 11. And I think they're going to punt. So Central does make the stop. Yeah, Central does make the stop here, and we'll get the ball back. Let's see what happens here. And skip on the ground there as it comes up to the punter. Hits in open field, takes a bounce, and will go down to approximately the 15-yard line. So that was a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30-yard punt. And St. Joe Central put it in play from their own 14-yard line.
Central will start from their own 14-yard line.
.453 here to play in the 3rd quarter. St. Joe Central with the ball. They were really moving good there in that last quarter. Looks like a handoff to White. And he's going to get maybe 5, maybe 6 yards.
Austin White brought down by number 33, Jeff Sutton.
So that should make it 2nd and 5. You can tell Central playing with a little confidence here. And I think that's going to be motion here on this wide receiver out here, as I think he moved. Yeah, false start. So that puts them right back at the down marker where they were. 2nd and 10. Hand off to White, and he's going to get caught in the backfield as one of the Oak Park linemen penetrated there pretty good.
By number 13, Austin White. Corey Warren on the tackle.
Corey Warren on the tackle. Let's just check out Corey. Of course, I don't know what number he is. So that may make it kind of hard. Well, I don't see Corey's name there. Okay, we got third, looks like 13. Pass, and it will be intercepted and run in for a TD. It was tipped.
Pick six, Logan Willman into the
Logan Willman with a pick six. I think that intended receiver was number 7. I think that Keelan Carlton. He's a senior, 5'11", 160. So just the Central acts like they might climb back into this. Why a slightly overthrown ball. I mean, it was a little bit out of his reach. And we've got something going on here on somebody.
False start against Oak Park.
Oak Park walking back, so it's going to be a false start. So that'll just add 5 more yards to it. It's down, kick, and no, man, it barely clears the crossbar.
I think it's Francois is good.
Francois with the kick, and boy, I mean, it barely got over that crossbar. He's had 2 of them previous that just cleared the crossbar by 4, 5, 6 feet. Anyway, we'll be back with the kickoff here in just a minute. Another onside kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 30 this time. It just falls on it.
Kick recovered by number 30, James Foster.
James Foster with the recovery of the kick there. It, like I say, just took no chances, just fell on it, and it's going to be right at the 30-yard line. Little squib kick. Still got
from their own 30-yard line.
3:07 yet to play here in the third quarter. Kind of seems like play has slowed down a little bit. Not really had many penalties, but Central right out up over the ball and ready to go. In fairly tight. Quarterback handoff, and he may get 2 yards. I mean, what you could really call a dive into the line. I think that was White.
Brought down by Corey Warren.
I'm going to give him looks like 1.5 yards, maybe. Maybe 2 yards.
Gain of 2 on the play, second down and 8.
It'll be 2nd and 8.
The 32-yard line.
There's a snap. Fakes the handoff. Looks out here in the flat. And he will be met by 2 Oak Park defensive players right there.
Number 37, Caleb Sworick.
Sworick with the reception, but man, he was met right there just as soon as he received it. That was Alakeem there on the coverage. Once again, like I say, that kid is pretty quick. So you'd have to do something to outrun that guy, and probably on the coverage, he's very fast. We're down under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. 28-7 Oak Park. Ball on the 25-yard line here for St. Joe Central. Quarterback's back, avoids the rush, gets outside, I think, of the pocket, tries to throw it, and they're going to call intentional grounding.
Sack in the backfield, flag on the play.
Yeah, I'm almost sure that's going to be intentional grounding there.
Heavy pressure and a sack by Corey Warren.
Corey Warren with the sack.
Calls intentional grounding against Central. Loss of down.
Corey Warren, he's a senior, 5'9", 225. Probably a linebacker. It says fullback here. And it looks like the punting team is coming on here, as it is 4th and about, oh my gosh, 30? Punter's going to be in the end zone. He's 5 yards deep in the end zone to kick this. Oak Park player, they're going to receive it, and it's even shorter where he's standing. He was on the 50. He's going to pick it up as it bounces, and he picks it up on about the 37. And I think he's knocked back to the 38, but they're going to mark it at the 36. And it'll be first down.
Number 15 brought down by Dawson Jones.
Dawson Jones with the tackle. So Oak Park gets possession on the Central 36-yard line. So pretty good field position for Oak Park. 2 men out to the right. And that looks like another one of those runs that's Braxton with what looks like a slant play off tackle.
Adam Johnston on the tackle.
And he's going to get the first down. Johnson on the tackle.
First down.
2 men split out here to the left. Another handoff. Man, there was a pile there already. And he didn't make no cut or nothing, just kind of run into the pile and was tackled immediately. That's going to make it 2nd, and actually looks like
Ball carried by Keandre Braxton.
Braxton with the carry again, but stood up as soon as he got to the line. Looks like it's still going to be like 2nd and 10 here. Everybody in fairly tight for Oak Park. Quarterback's going to pitch it out, and barely going to get back up to the line of scrimmage is the ball carrier.
Ball carried by Lucas Otker.
Lucas Otker, the ball carrier. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter, folks. Oak Park with a 28-7 lead. We'll be back. And we must have had a man in motion again.
Calls false start against Oak Park.
Looked like Bland had the ball. Couldn't really tell for sure what he was going to do. I think as deep as he had been back there, it looked like possibly a pass. Penalties starting to fly left and right here now. Once again now, looks like it's 3rd and 15. Bland makes a pass, and man, it's off the fingertips of the Oak Park player. And Bland takes a pretty good hit there.
Pass intended for Lucas Otker.
Lucas Otker, the intended receiver. And I mean, it was just off of his fingertips. Going to be fourth and what looks like 14 now. And Oak Park is going to go for it since they are down on the 30. I guess they figure if they kick it, they probably wouldn't gain that much and probably go in the end zone, be back out to the 20 or 25. Bland again with a pass over the middle, but it is overthrown. Too high for the intended receiver, and he did look like he was Wellman, the intended receiver, and it looked like he was open. Just overthrown there by Bland.
Hey! Don't touch that!
Correction, that was fourth down. It's a turnover on downs.
St. Joe will take over on downs now with the ball on the 30-yard line. As we are down, well, the clock is stopped at 11:48, so we have clicked off, what is that, 70 seconds? Band having a little fun over here. I don't know what it is. They're throwing something back and forth. Yeah. And I've got a band. Hey, buddy. Sorry. Thank you. And quarterback is going to be hit and taken down, and that's going to be a loss there of about 7 or 8 yards. As Oak Park defensive line had quite a bit of penetration there and got in there on that.
Chicken! Wait.
There's a snap. Handoff into the line, and he's going to get a couple of yards, actually back up to, that's going to be about 6 or 7 yards. But that's still going to be like 3rd down and 8.
Matt Covdell on the ball.
Yeah, they spotted at the 30, so it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Brought down by several Northmen.
Don't throw it near the camera. Don't throw it near the camera.
Yeah. 3rd down and 10. Quarterback rolls out and then hands it off, but he is going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be, once again, going to be 4th down here for St. Joe. They are throwing something around over here and trying to get it in the tuba. Looks like a little game they like to play, evidently. The player's trying to catch it in the big tuba here. Anyway, back to the game. Kicks away. Hits, is going to be picked up. And boy, they're going to be hit pretty quick over there. St. Joe Central pretty good on the coverage on that kick. But Oak Park will take possession here. And they're going to have possession on their own 40-yard line.
Oak Park will start from their own 40-yard line.
Well, I thought maybe the band would, and they finally did it. They caught the chicken in the tuba. Okay, here's Oak Park now. Split out wide, handoff into the line, and he's going to get about 5 yards, I'd say.
Ball carried by Najib Alakim.
Now they're trying to get the chicken out of the tuba. So far, it has not fallen. Oak Park up to the line. We've got 9 minutes to play exactly here in the 4th quarter. Oak Park with a 28-7 lead. Handoff in the line again, and they're going to get the first down. I'm not sure who the carrier was.
Alakeem, the ball carrier.
Alakeem again with the carry, and that's a first down.
First and 10 from the 48-yard line of Central.
Wait, I have to report. Get your hand out of my
Ball on the 48. Bland ready for the snap. Gets it, and another. No, he's going to roll out. Pretty good fake, I know that. And he gets up to about the
Logan Willman, the ball carrier, brought down by Will
44 or 43. Looks like they're going to mark it on the 42 of St. Joe Central. So that's going to be about 4, it looks like, 2nd and 4. Looks like Oak Park going back to the run game, and there must be some movement. Yeah, illegal procedure on Oak Park.
Ball start against
St. Joe Central, the defensive linemen were kind of moving around and dancing a little bit, and they drew one of the players from Oak Park into a movement penalty. So now it'll be, looks like 9, 2nd and 9. And a roll out again. Bland wants a block over there, he says.
Blake Bland, the ball carrier, brought down by
Nice play by Blake Bland. About a 25-yard run there for Bland. And that's going to put the ball down on about the 25.
Northmen in rare form tonight.
Oak Park being pretty successful here at running the clock out. With this last drive, we're down to about 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Bland fakes it again, rolls out, going to pass. Looks like he's going to get the tight end, I would say. And he's going to get it down to about the 16-yard line, maybe 17. Jacob Mustard with the reception. Nice rollout. Looks like it's going to be on the 17. Handoff. We're going to pick up a couple of yards.
Ball carried by Phil Corbin.
Corbin,
Tackled by James Foster.
the carrier. That's going to be 3rd. Looks like he picked up about 2. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1 here for the first down, which they may have to get one more or run it on in. Got 2 receivers over here on this side in the slot, so to speak. One back in the backfield and hand it off to him. He's going to break a couple tackles, and he's going to get down to the inside the 5. I'd say about the 3-yard line. Small on a tackle. Now it's going to be 1st and goal for Oak Park.
Ball on the 4-yard line.
Ball on the 4. We're under 5 minutes here now, 4:40 to play in the 4th quarter. Oak Park, everybody in fairly tight. Bland takes a snap. Handoff. Nope. He fools me every time.
Blake Bland with the quarterback keeper.
He's only going to pick up about a yard or so if he picks up that much.
Quinton Bronner on the tackle. Second down and goal.
Looks like the ball's still on the 4. I thought he picked up about a yard there. Over here on this near side, on this hash mark on this side, handoff up the middle, and he's going to break it over to the left. And that's going to be a touchdown.
Corbin in the end zone.
Corbin with the carry, and it will be a touchdown for Oak Park with 3:37 to play. (34-7). Extra point try. Snap down. Good and up. And that's going to be good. It's going to make it 34-7. We'll be back with a kickoff here in just a little bit. And another squib kick. Gets a good bounce, picks it up at the 40. And we'll get up to about the 45-yard line with it. Joseph with that pickup and return. And St. Joe put it in play there on their own 45-yard line. St. Joe Central with the ball on their own 45 after that kickoff return. Quarterback rolls to the other side, looks downfield, makes a pass, but it is missed over there on the far sideline. And the intended receiver was Kellen Carton. He's a senior, 5'11", 160. Receiver out wide here to the left and one out to the other side. One back. Quarterback's dropping back and long heave, and the receiver couldn't even begin to run under that. That was overthrown by at least 7 yards.
Coverage by number 25, Logan Leonard.
Logan Leonard on the coverage there, but it was way overthrown, so there wasn't anything to worry about as far as a reception or a completed pass. 3rd and 10. Once again, 2 receivers out here to the left, one on the right. Quarterback dropping back, and it's going to be a screen pass. And pretty good play. And he is finally going to be brought down. Adam Johnson with a nice catch and run there. He's going to get down to about the 32-yard line, I'd say. Looking like St. Joe Central is wanting to get one more score on the scoreboard for the 2019 season, as their year is just about done here, as we're under 3 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Quarterback, quick pitch out there, and I think he may get the first down. Number 10.
Pass complete to Graham Stagner, brought down by number 3. Correction, brought down by number 3, Mason McDonald.
That's Graham Stagner. He's a senior, 6 foot, 166, and we've got a timeout for St. Joe Central. We'll be back, folks, right after the timeout. Here we go. St. Joe Central, ball on the 21-yard line. First and 10, like I say, I think they want to get one more score on the board for 2019. Kind of go out with a flare. Quarterback's going to tuck it and run, and he is going to make it easily, as the Oak Park defense had really spread out. Nice play call there by whoever decided to do that, and a good run by the quarterback. Quentin Trotter with that. So yes, they do get on the scoreboard again. Now we'll have the extra point try. .235 to play. Snap, kick, and it is good. So your score with .235 to play is going to be Oak Park Northmen 35 and the St. Joe Central Indians 14. We'll be back with the kickoff. Here's this unusual lineup again. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. They just kind of all come off, and they were going to try an onside kick, but I think there's some kind of penalty here.
Penalty on the kickoff.
Offsides, I'm going to say. Illegal procedure. Are they going to try it again?
Isn't it illegal formation when you have a block?
Cause offsides against Central.
You can't have it in this formation.
Replay the kickoff.
Like I say, I've never seen anything quite like this. I think you'd want the players kind of spread out, but I guess not, because some of them have got to run 5 yards. Only 2 players up there where the ball is. This is really unusual. Of course, Oak Park now, let's see the lineup they've got. They've got a bunch of folk right up there, and it's going to go about, I think it made the 10 yards. But Oak Park player, Kevon Jackson with the recovery there. I mean, why not? What do you got to lose, man? 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in your season. Just go for it. Oak Park takes over. Ball's on their own. No, I'm sorry. It's on the St. Joe Central 48. Everybody in fairly tight for Oak Park. So they're probably going to run some running plays there. And he's going to be brought down.
Marlon Gant, the ball carrier.
Gant, the ball carrier. Going to be timeout, St. Joe Central. We'll be back, folks. We've got 2:23 to play, 35-14, Oak Park. Once again, everybody in pretty tight for Oak Park. Going to be second now, looks like in 15. And it looks like the same play, only to this side that time. And pretty much the same results. Looks like he did get back to the line of scrimmage, however. And the clock runs, and we are under 2 minutes. .145 to play. Ball on the Oak Park, their own 47. And they split some people out wide to the left this time. Looks like it might be a pass. No, going to be a handoff into the line again, and he is met and stopped at the line of scrimmage. So looks like we will probably have a kick. Punting team comes on.
It's 4th down and 15.
The clock runs.
Oak Park in punt formation.
They haven't, yeah, there goes the play clock finally. And we've got right at 1 minute to play here now. With Oak Park in punt formation, surely they will run it down. We've got 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 on the play clock, 50 on the game clock. And with 2 seconds, they kick it away. And it's going to get a good roll, and we'll go down to about the 14-yard line, it looks like, of St. Joe Central, and they'll take over here with 36 seconds. So we're probably going to see 4 pass plays here. Because if it's not complete, it will probably stop the clock. Central with 2 receivers out wide here to the left, 1 man in the backfield, another receiver out wide to the right. Quarterback drops back, looking, trying to get away. Finally he's going to throw one, and it's going to be caught at about the 51-yard line. And that's White. Austin White with the reception. That was pretty close to a 45-yard throw in the air. We're down to 30 seconds. 24 is under the quarterback, and they spike the ball to stop the clock at 20 seconds. Really nice play, nice throw.
Incomplete pass.
Yeah, 20.5 seconds. Let's see if St. Joe Central can get on the board here again. Another play like that, and they got it. Receivers out wide, quarterback drops back, gonna run by the rush, gonna get it down, and he's gonna slide with 10 seconds, and that will be a first down, and we'll move the chains, and they'll have to stop the clock, and there's a flag. Way back at the 45-yard line, and it looks like they're coming back. Must have been holding, and that's what it is. So that'll throw them back another 10 yards. So that's going to be 2nd down and 20. With 9.3 seconds to go, this has got to be the last play of the game. Man, the clock ran out. Legal procedure. I think that's the game. Folks, that's going to do it for Grandpa's Sports Videos Game of the Week here at Oak Park, as the Oak Park Northmen beat St. Joe Central Indians 35-0. Hope you enjoyed the game, folks. Make sure and tune in next week. We'll see what we got going, who's playing who, and where we might go. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.
Congratulations to your